Hey guys. Hey guys, what we're going to do here is a couple of stretches for your hip rotators. Okay, we've got plenty of stretches for the quads and the glutes and stuff. We're going to focus on the hip rotators here, particularly a muscle in the glutes called piriformis. You may have heard of piriformis syndrome, or a lot of people just call it sciatica, where you get pain running down your leg. Or sciatica can come from degeneration and problems in your back, but it can also come from tight glutes. So, to do a supine, so on your back stretch, a laying stretch for piriformis, we take the leg that we want to stretch, we put the outside of the ankle on the opposite knee, so you can see like that, okay, outside of the leg on the opposite knee, and then what we can do there is, if you're already getting a big stretch there, just push that knee away, okay, and as you push it away, you'll increase the stretch, so you should get a good stretch in your bum. Now me, I'm not getting anything there. That was after a game of hockey last night. I'm feeling nothing. Tiny little bit on this side. Now if you feel tight in the side of your hips doing this, you need to get the roller in there and you need to stretch out the side of your hips as well. But if we're feeling tight, if we're not feeling the stretch in here yet, what we're going to do is lift that leg up and we can grab underneath the knee. Now my back's nice and square, I'm straight, I'm flat. Okay, I'm not twisting or bending or doing anything silly. I'm just trying to stay back down on the ground, and I can bring that knee up towards my chest to increase that stretch. Now I feel a bit of stretch right in here where I should be feeling it. So that's good. So I've got that nice bit of stretch there, and just to increase the stretch there again, as long as I can hold with one hand here on my right leg, I'm going to push my left knee away that little bit, and that gives me a lovely stretch in there. All right, so that is how you can do a supine stretch, on your back stretch for piriformis if you're feeling really tight in your glutes. And just about anyone needs to do this if they're doing any physical activity. You'll find that you'll be quite tight in here. So another on your back stretch you can do is actually for your, so piriformis can be, it's a tricky muscle, it can be an internal and an external rotator because it's a sneaky little bugger. But to stretch deeper into the outside of the hip, what we can do is if we bring that foot out towards the side. So I want to think that my thigh is going to stay where it is, but I want to turn my leg out. So I'm going to bring my foot out about 45 degrees out to the side there, and I'm going to bring my other foot up on top and pull that knee down. Now I'm trying to stay down through this hip. I'm trying not to rotate and arch my back. I'm trying to stay nice and square. So I set up square. I've got my core on. I've got my foot out to the side, and then I'm going to draw down till I feel that nice stretch in the back of my hip there. Now if you've got knee problems, you may not be able to do this one, that's fair enough. And just to show you on the other side, up on top there, as far as I can get my foot out to the side, and then dropping down. Beautiful. There's a nice hip stretch. This is great for anyone that does sports that cause them to rotate a lot, like me being a hockey player, lots of rotation. All right, that's field hockey people, not ice hockey. And that's a great little stretch there. So just to show you the piriformis stretch, the first stretch I did, we can actually do that face down. We can do some good stretches in a face down position. And what we do here, it's called the pigeon stretch or pigeon pose from yoga. So we have our hands down, we're going to have that one foot down, and I'm going to bring this other foot up, preferably so it's nice and square, okay? If you can't get there, you can have the knee in front there. It all depends on how tight you are, and I can feel I'm barely going to get down if I have that leg up and square here, but let's try. And I'm just going to fold myself over that leg to get a good stretch in piriformis. Just thinking about keeping my hips square, not trying to really push into the stretch, but we just sit there and sink into this one. And this is a great after exercise stretch because it's one that you hold for a little bit longer. I know when you get in yoga, they get the arms crossed, you're right down here and you just relax. And I love coming across this stretch. It's a great one to do, and you should feel it nice and deep in the glute here. All right, so that was simple enough of taking that leg from like a plank position, bringing that leg up, so stepping it up, and then laying and folding over that leg, and you'll get a great stretch there. Okay, my one last stretch I want to do here for the hip rotators, and it's to get us in that similar figure 4 position that we were in when we were on our backs doing piriformis. But now I'm going to put my ankle in front of my knee. So I've just turned that leg in front of this knee here. I turn that knee right out, and then I'm going to lay down here. All right, so my leg's out. So if I straighten out, you can see my leg would be right out to the side. All right, so I'm going to get in there. My right knee is over my left foot, and I'm just going to push down through that left side of the hip. Think about adding a little bit of weight there and just letting the front of that hip open right up. All right, so these are all hip rotation stretches, helping you to get your rotation back, get your movement back. After you've done that, you can do some nice little internal, external rotations here, keeping your hips nice and square, but just turning that foot or taking the foot in and out by rotating at the hip joint, and that's going to help us get that little bit more movement through that hip joint. Lovely. Easy, guys. Hip rotation stretches. Get to them. They're great. Cheers, and I'll see you next time. Bye.